Hello and welcome to another episode of Casual Minecraft, the SMP server. The very lonely SMP server. People are very busy at the moment, so we've been a little bit lonely. We haven't been on for a while either, so I guess we can't really say much. We're here. We're up in a place, and there is a reason for this place. It snows a lot. I guess it is extreme hills, which I kind of wish it wasn't, but it's perfect. It's a perfect kind of place. Now, I've been toying between two things. There's two things we could do. One thing we do want to, I definitely want to do is build a spawn house, because we don't have anything in spawn. We've got the thing across the river, which kind of counts, but not really. I'd like something a little bit closer. Spawn's not too far away. This wouldn't count as a spawn house. Now, before, I don't know whether I showed you. I know I showed some of the guys on stream. I don't remember if it was in a video, though. I did find a really cool place that I definitely wanted to build at. But the more I kind of think about it, it's very far away, and I don't want to be that far away from spawn. So, this is going to be our new location. In fact, right here is our new location, in this middle of nowhere. I have built out a little platform, and it will all make sense in a minute. I'm going to go down, because I think it's going to be easiest to sort of explain what I want to do. So for those of you who have been around for a while, wow, I thought that was it then. You might remember our last SMP series. We were building a lot of steampunk kind of stuff. Well, we just started to. We built one house in the end, and I was really getting into that. And then I kind of took some time off of Minecraft for a while. I want to get straight back into it, because that was probably one of the most fun things I've done. I really enjoyed building that stuff, and I was getting quite into it. And the stuff we were building, I thought looked pretty cool. So I really want to one-up it. That's what I want to do, and I want to build a little floating island with a house on. Now, I don't want to build a giant island with 10,000 houses on and like everything. I mean, well, I'd love to, obviously, but I don't think it's going to work out that well. So it's going to be a smaller island, and it's going to be above this, where this cobblestone is right on my cursor now. I can't explain how I want to do it properly, because I don't really know how to word it. If you picture a mountain, alright, hold on, I've got no blocks on me. If we picture a mountain, that's way to, I guess like this peak here, it's going to be like that, but upside down. So it's going to be a platform. It's got to be fairly big, because I want room around the house, but the base of the house is going to be about 9 by 5, I think. So it needs to be a fairly big island, and then it's going to kind of cone in, so it comes down at a point, and I will obviously get rid of this. This won't actually be here. It will just be a floating island in the middle of this kind of thing, just above where this lonely cow is, just above this kind of section. I wonder what that was. The water that really scared me for some reason. It's going to be just above here, so it's going to be floating in this gap. And I'm going to try and keep it separate. But the reason I wanted to come this close to the mountain is mostly for the ease of... It'll make it so much easier to build, because it's going to be fairly tricky. And also because I kind of like all these trees and the snow. I think it's really cool. And I think we could use this this mountain very well as well. So, for example, we can have our island with the water pouring out. There's going to be water pouring out, by the way. And then maybe we could turn this here into one of those wheels, and then the water could pour on there, and then off of down here. Stuff like that. I think we can use this mountain really... Bad luck, skeleton. I think we can use this mountain well. So, we're going to start with that. That's going to be our project, and we're going to start that project today. Now, I know I don't quite have enough resources to build the whole thing. We're not going to do it in an episode anyway, but I know I don't have them all just right this second. What I do have is a fair amount of cobblestone and a bit of dirt. And it's going to be enough for today's episode. Today's episode, we are going to be building the platform, at least the base. Well, at least I'm hoping so. I'm hoping I can get this done in time to upload the video. I believe I should be able to. I should have enough time. We're just going to go ahead and build the base, and then we're going to fill out all the island first. I think that's going to be the best way to go, because once the island's ready and all good to go, then we can start building the actual stuff on top of it. So, like I said, I barely got anything, but if we just take the dirt, I've got some coarse dirt as well. I might play around with that, because there's a bunch of new stuff. I need to get food as well. A bunch of new stuff we can try out, new blocks and things. We've got all the 3 new stones. Very ugly stones, admittedly, but maybe there's something we can do with them. I'm not sure yet. Right, so what I'm going to do then, first of all, is go grab some cobblestone, and then I'm going to build out to the beginning of the island with cobblestone, and then from there we'll fix out the shape. I'll be back. Right, well, that was extremely unprofessional of me, but that's fine. Let's figure this one out then. So I think that's going to be about the middle point. I'm really not sure, though. I think it might need to be further out. It was really hard to judge, which is why I decided to do it this way. We can build out from here and just figure out whereabouts where you want to start things, and then just build the spike down, basically. I'm trying to figure out how high I want this to be, though. I think about here. I think. I don't want it level with, well, I wouldn't mind it level with that, but yeah, I'm thinking here. We're going to go here. This is it. This is the start of it. So how far out do we want to go? I want this fairly far out. I don't want this like jumping distance. I mean, end of bow distance is fine, but I think we're going to start the island about here. Yeah, this feels right. This feels right. Just here. All right, so let's get rid of that. So we want to go... Oh, this is going to be kind of tricky. What kind of shape am I even going to end up with? I have no idea. Well, I don't want to come this way too much. Let's just get this really basic and we can kind of figure it out after. We definitely want to come out this way quite a bit. I know that for sure. Yeah, that's got to be the one. It is a very weird shape. Maybe I'll fill this in. It's going to be really hard to judge from up here. That's the problem. But I think we're going to manage it just fine. Let's move out this way a little bit. Not too much. I suppose not too bad if we kind of fill into this space. One more should be fine. Let's keep this going around and then move out. I want it to be not circular, but a circular kind of shape. Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. Like I said, it's really hard to tell. I mean, it's not so hard to do, like, build it. It's just, I can't see this properly from where I am, and there's no angle to get. If I could fly up a bit, it'd be perfect. I mean, I could pillar up, but it's not quite the same. I'm wondering if this is big enough now. That's my first worry. It's hard to tell just how big it's going to end up. Let's go out more and see how that feels. I think this is going to... Oh, we ran out of dirt. There we go. I think this is going to be right. Yeah. Maybe not that far. Can I get this? Yes! Alright, so maybe let's move this back in then. Like that. Let's see how that is. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I can deal with that. Alright, let's move this in a bit more. And then we'll meet up with the other side, which is just there. So let's bring this out. And then like that. I think. How's that feel? I like it. That's the kind of shape I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe more of this. And then I will need to fill this in, and as you saw, I really don't have enough dirt. I never thought in my life I'd ever be short on dirt. But there you go. At least it's an easy one to harvest, which I guess is always a plus. So I'm going to start filling this in now. So the way I think I'm going to do this, and the way I think is probably easiest, of course, if you have any better ideas, do go ahead and let me know, because it probably isn't the easiest way. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this top, just this one layer on the top, and then I'm going to go down there, find whereabouts I want the spike to peak, and then, well, I guess it's the opposite to a peak. I don't really know what the word is. And I'm just going to build straight up and then out. I think it makes sense in my head. I think that's probably the easiest way. I mean, it almost definitely isn't, but hey, well, we're going to do it that way anyway. I'm kind of glad there's water here. Now, when I was planning this originally, I did find another mountain, and I did consider building up there on top of the mountain and things like that. And I kept thinking, if I do this, I'm definitely going to dig out the floor and just fill it with water whilst we build. But yeah, we won't really have to. There's a bit of water, so hopefully we'll land in that, but I'm just hoping we don't fall at all. That'd be best, really. Right, well, I'm rambling. This shape looks weird from this angle. It will make much more sense once it's filled in. It looks very heavy on that side now, obviously, because it isn't filled in. That's very straight line. I'm going to move out a little bit there. I'm going to round that bit off. I'm probably going to round this bit here off as well. I definitely need to go get some more dirt, so I'm going to go do that, and I'll see you in a sec. So as you can see, I've made a little progress. I've been digging dirt with my wonderful iron shovels and filling it in, and I'm kind of happy with this shape. It is different to the way you saw it at first. It is quite different. I did expand it. It looked very weird when I came down here to have a look at it. It was kind of really strange, kind of like the shape of an eye, I guess. It wasn't very good though, and I didn't like it, so we've gone for this. And I think this might be quite a bit better, but I'm starting to see a problem. Now, these things look awesome. They're really cool, and I have done a bit of research, and some of the ones I've seen are really good. But the angle the pictures are taken at is like this, whereas we're looking up at this thing like this, so I'm not sure whether it's going to look quite as good from down here. But I think it's still going to be quite cool. I'm starting to wonder about the gap between the original mountain and this. I'm wondering if that's big enough. I'm wondering whether it's just because there's a line of cobblestone, and that's what's making me think it's not quite big enough. I don't know. I think it might be. It probably is. I mean, we can change it. We can cut it back. There's more than enough room up there to modify. That's kind of one thing I did definitely want to keep, because there's a high chance I'm not going to like something, or we're going to want to change something, or we're going to come up with an even better idea, or we're going to want to build something else up there because, I don't know, we want to. And why wouldn't we want to? Because, well, I guess it's not really the name of the game, but it's kind of what we do. So that should be enough to fill in that little section. So let's head back up and I'll show you what it's like up there. And I'll try and give you a bit of a better idea of what's going on. Now, I want the house to be this side, but I also want the water feature and some other stuff this side. If the house is on the other side, you won't see it, and it's kind of pointless being on that side, so I definitely want it further to this side. You should be able to see most of it, though. I'm starting to wonder whether we should make a bigger house, just so it's definitely seen. But we'll kind of decide that when we get to the house part. Today, we're building the island, not the house. Well, we're building the platform at least. I don't know whether we're going to get into the house because I haven't even checked how long we've recorded for, and I like to ramble a lot like I'm doing right now, so I don't even know what it's going to be like. I feel like on this week off, I've literally just stored a week's worth of rambling, and now that I'm free, the floodgates are open, and I will never stop. That's kind of what it feels like. But it's going to be fine. It's going to be all right. Silence. Right, let's fill this bit in, and we can get a little bit of a better look at what's going on, and I can try and plan this out. What might be smart, actually, is if we give this, if we make a plan. Oh, also, I know somebody's probably going to have noticed this and brought this up. Yes, I do need to remake that cobblestone walkway out of dirt, because otherwise we will not have any grass over here, and that will look rubbish. Well, I mean, if I had silk touch, then that would be better, but are you serious? One block? Really? Wow. Alright then. Well, let's go grab a whole block of dirt. This one. Give me this. Thank you. Almost ran to the left, I would have fallen off. Right, there we are then. So there's the island. This is, well, kind of an island. Yeah, it is an island. So what I'm thinking is, if it's too big or I don't like it, I'm just going to cut around this back here and cut further away from the mountain. I think I want to do that, but I'm not decided yet. So let's have a little look. Let's assume that I'm going to go with a 9x5 thing. So we'll probably put the house about, I want it a few blocks away, so probably about here. So we'll have, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look at that counting. There we go. So it'd be this kind of size. But obviously, as you may know from what we did, as they go up, they go out. So it's probably going to end up coming out to just over here, so that's going to be fine, I think. I think it's going to be fine. In fact, this looks like the perfect amount of room. We can have our little stairway up to the main entrance. We can have a little gardening area with a bunch of stuffs around here. This looks perfect. I think I actually did something right. No, don't quote me on that, but I think I did. I think I did it right. That cow, I feel really sorry for that cow. But anyway, this is a good start. So what I need to do now is I need to get underneath on that little on the other pillar that we have. In fact, let's go and fill this with dirt for now, so we can get some, well, grass. So we can get some grass coming over here because we need that. Are you grass? No. Are you grass? Yes. Okay. So we need to get some dirt to fill in that. I'll do that with that off camera because that's not going to be very exciting. Then I'm going to meet you down there and we're going to start building up and we're going to see if this thing even works. I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so I think we are ready to try this out then. I've got some snowballs just in case. I've smelted all of that cobblestone into smooth stone, which I might regret later, but cobblestone is not exactly hard to find, so we shouldn't need to worry. I've got some dirt as well. We're going to pillar up a bit because I don't want this coming all the way down here, I don't think. Anyway, one thing I didn't really figure out beforehand is that if I go around this, like one block in, it's going to kind of be a certain length anyway, so I don't know how far down it's going to come. So this size might not be the best, because I don't know if this is making any sense, but say we put one block around there, that would be one block lower, and then the next one in would be another block lower. Obviously we can do two blocks down on each of these things and maybe fix it up a bit, but for now we're just going to do this, and I think it's going to be fine, probably. Ideally, I think I want it about this high, so I'm going to start from here. Now, this made sense in my head, and I thought this was going to work, but the more I think about it, the more I think this is going to be really difficult, because, yeah, how? Let's have a look. See, this kind of length isn't bad. This is kind of the length I want, but I don't know whether it's going to end up working out as well as I have planned. So let's see. Surely I should be able to move over, because surely we are going to want this bit to come out a little bit. So if I just go to the edges, this is going to use so much stone. I don't have anywhere near enough stone, do I? Alright, so yeah, if we come in about here, I guess, possibly. Maybe we should have gone a bit further out. This is kind of tricky. Ah, no, that's not what I want to do. I think this is going to be fine. I think this is something I'm going to have to do mostly off camera though, because quite honestly, it's going to be really difficult. Yeah. Maybe I should have built a big dirt platform or something to go along with. Maybe that would have made sense. Let's get some dirt in the middle of this. What I'd eventually like to do is have quite a big cone on the bottom that we could actually hollow out, and we could kind of have a little secret entrance into it, maybe have some storage in there, something like that. I think that could be pretty awesome. Do you want to go there? I guess we do. It's hard to follow the shape as well from this angle, but I think I'm doing okay. Probably, I'm probably not. Either way, like I was saying, this is stuff I probably want to do off camera, so I think for the most part, this is going to be something we'll just update at the end of the episode. I still haven't even checked how long we've been going for, so I don't know if that's very soon. It probably is. I believe it is. But regardless, I'm going to just keep going, and then I'll just chime in for the end, and we'll just see what is going. Yeah, okay. See you then. So I've been going at this for quite a while, and I think I've got as far as I'm going to get tonight. So I'm going to wrap this up here. I found out a few things, though. Some of this become very apparent. And this is how far we've got, and I'm happy. I'm happy with the shape. Everything looks kind of cool. I like how it's not always perfect. That works. But the rest of it is a bit too perfect, in my opinion. It looks a bit too well formed to be natural. You don't always have... It's not always matching, if you know what I mean. If we take a look at this, for example, sure, some of it is, but a lot of it doesn't always mirror each other. Like, you get different bits that clump up, and some bits are different. Like, there's a perfect example. Whereas these two here don't quite mirror each other, and then these two don't, but they're kind of similar. That makes sense in my head. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. Hopefully you see where I'm coming from. It just looks a little bit too perfect. This part's fine. These parts are okay. Maybe I'm quite happy with it, actually. Either way, I'm definitely coming in too sharp now. That's something I'm definitely noticing. I tried to push this bit in here, and I'm okay with that, but this part here looks a bit too rounded, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's not right, is what I'm getting at. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get more stone and all that stuff. I'm going to finish this off, and then I'm going to big platform underneath, and I'm just going to chip away at it, and just keep kind of perfecting it. So I'm just going to get the basic shape there, so it's all done, and then we'll go up there and we'll make it perfect. What I also want to do is add in a bunch of cobblestone and some mossy stone and things like that, considering you can craft it now. We are in 1.8. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. That's probably relevant for some of you, because some of you probably care about that. We are running in 1.8 now, so we will be trying to find the sea at some point and fight a guardian and stuff like that. I do believe we've got some of the boss fights coming up soon as well. Oh, by the way, I died. That's why I have 8 levels. Yeah, I could see it happening. I've been jumping into the water, but I missed. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up there. I do hope that you are all enjoying this series and this episode. I'm so glad to be back. Yeah, pretty much. If you didn't know I was away, then it doesn't matter. If you did and you wondered what happened, I spoke about it a bit more in my Minecraft episode yesterday, so you might want to go check that out. But yeah, so I do want to thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you did enjoy this episode, and I do hope you are enjoying where we're going with this. I think this isn't a great example of what we're trying to do, so hopefully you guys see where I'm going with this. If you've got any ideas, any improvements, anything at all, don't be afraid to drop it down in the comments. I'll definitely be reading it and taking your ideas on board, because I mean, this isn't fully formed in my mind either. I just have an idea of where I want to go with it. So yeah, do go ahead and leave a like if you did enjoy, and all the other stuff, drop down in the description. There's a bunch of social medias and stuff, and don't forget to subscribe if you obviously want to see more. Yeah, I'll see you next time.